Where are we beginning? Start from the start. What was it? What did you said something and we had to stop the conversation. When?
Oh
You
no,
was
I
actually
said
saying,
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said first of all we're stepping stones before spiritual, which
Mhm.
we've figured out that it was.
Yeah.
And that this was when we went to Malia 2013.
Mhm. Yeah, literally this dropped.
When you escaped.
This dropped and then went to.
Do you remember anything?
This
Of
dropped
this- of
July.
Yeah.
Of it dropping?
No, the tunes.
Oh yeah, I remember. Well,
Well, look, you got it. I don't know if.
I won't say. I've still got this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like, I've
remember.
still got
Like
it.
I literally, I think I burnt. I don't know. It was fast. I burnt about 300 copies.
Did ya?
At my dad's house because I lent this big tower thing and it burnt like multiple CDs and then I used to sell them. People used to message me on Facebook, sell them for a $5.
I remember
Yeah.
this. I remember this.
What are you laughing at? Oh, it's all right. She's just here.
Yeah,
It's
I
fine. It's
remember it.
absolutely
I
fine.
remember it now. I was just gonna sing them, but we're gonna play it.
No, yeah.
I
Obviously,
listened
we're
to a
gonna
few.
go for
I
a few
listened,
videos.
I listened to a few today, and there's a few I don't actually like. There's my.
There'll be a couple. Yeah, there'll be a
like,
couple that I think you just won't even acknowledge or remember. But
Yeah.
It's but I think the ones with the videos.
She knows she needs to show.
No,
She knows what she's doing.
Just say Lele. Be quiet.
Lele. Because it's girls' day.
Because it's
tomorrow.
Girls' Day tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. So are we? Oh yeah. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah. I think the ones with the videos are the one like I think back then I didn't really realise what like now obviously you have your singles.
Mm.
I didn't really understand that then, but somehow I picked to do videos to the ones that feel like the singles.
The singles.
That makes sense, but I don't know if I just subconsciously. I don't even know what I was doing then, but somehow I did the music videos to the ones that stand out.
Get your curls, man.
I think that's
She looks
I
so
think
young.
that's just before the flipping.
She looks so young.
Before
Like, you
the,
haven't
before
aged,
the
but
hair
You do
fell
look.
out.
Yeah. You
You
haven't
look
aged,
like-
but you can just tell.
Baby face.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when you I don't look old now, but when you look back, you're like, oh, okay,
Baby
you
face.
have like.
Oh yeah, we've
your face has
aged.
changed.
We don't look old.
We don't look
We've
old,
aged.
but yeah, that's.
No, but your voice is probably gonna like.
Her voice has aged as well because
my voice is definitely
Right, your
aged.
voice
you
is
had
gonna
a
crease up
baby
because
I
voice.
was like,
Obviously, there's techniques that you learned in uni, so
yeah.
I feel
Not
like-
even, yeah, but just my tone of voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh,
like you
yeah.
actually had a
My voice
baby
is
voice. I
deeper.
feel.
Like, it was an actual like baby voice, and I used to hate it. Because I just felt like I sounded too
you
young.
wanted that Beyonce
I
for a
wanted
boy.
huskier.
I will never forget.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna get it wrong because I don't know the name, but your baby voice saying, "Tisha Media." Do you really know what I'm on about? That was probably years ago, but
Yeah.
that was a.
Was
it Tisha? Yeah.
That was, but that was,
Baby
yeah, that
voice.
was the shoot for the Never Felt Like This. Your favourite of
That's my
episodes.
favourite. Like.
Yeah,
still.
that has to come
Anyway,
out. To be
that's
honest,
not.
but
That's not spiritual.
yeah, I think we should start from the start. Obviously, there's a few, but I think this
Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing?
because I watched this earlier, and number one, like, okay, so obviously there's a couple of things in it. The actual filming of it, this is the first video that I did with Elliot.
Oh, Elliot filmed it.
Is it your
Can't
first
say
music
Elliot.
video as well? Or
No,
when you were
I did
walking in the
not.
lake by the.
is this
by
when you
the-
had the ginger hair?
No.
No, that's what I mean.
nah,
So
I
Stepping
did-
Stones was before this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But no, but I didn't do any videos of that. I did Never Leave Your Side. I think maybe that was my first. The
No,
one
'cause
in,
your hair
when I
was
was in
your
West
hair-
Park. This was definitely after because my hair had gone. My hair dropped out.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
Just
okay.
gone through it, and my hair, and I had to have my hair in a mole.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
But this one,
Okay.
obviously, this is the first track of here. But
Oh,
yeah,
for
there's
those
just a couple of
before.
things, that just my outfit kills me.
In this?
The video, just the evolution of the.
Have you got
how-
a checker shirt on or something?
No, it's patterned. I know what you're on about.
No.
Are you in the warehouse?
She had it off you.
You in the
You're gonna crease. on because
Can you see that? So
Oh,
I had a
I
hairpiece
swear that's
in.
my jacket.
yeah, it
probably was.
It's probably your hairpiece.
You know,
No, it's just your baby face. So
But all the filming, like,
you're so rude. You're so rude.
no, you're so cute.
Oh, baby, so man.
But confidence, like she's
I
so
don't know.
confident
I
with
don't.
it.
See, I don't think I am. I don't think I.
To do this, you look like a walk down outside doing this.
I just think I'm scared.
I remember uploading thoughts, definitely.
Can we just look how shaky the camera's, please? Because these compared to Flights and Feelings is what? The evolution.
Okay, Talisa.
But she's laughing.
Because
You got lipstick on.
Because I got a leather jacket.
My belly's up. Look at that belt. The short. The belt's not even on me.
Listen, stop. Okay, you sitting down, stop. Do you want some sweets?
I want to sit next to
In a minute.
Mom.
Look, Kay's here now.
Kay's gonna come and sit next to
Do you want to come and sit over here? I don't mind you being in the video.
Oh, God.
No, it was just about being on your belly, but that's okay.
I
If
don't-
I was there, that wouldn't
I don't
happen.
know,
I would have
'cause
been like,
I
right
think-
the belt.
These times I didn't confer with anyone. I just went in.
Absolutely not.
I just because whoever the hair piecing with.
Oh, no. Stop being so cruel. Like,
That's
this.
what I'm saying. What did I miss? No, what did I miss, Sophie?
You'll see in a minute.
Soph, man.
Yeah, it's mad.
Baby Soph.
You gotta take the lyrics though.
Yeah.
Please don't disrupt my peace.
Don't interrupt my piece. I think I think Overloaded Thoughts was one of my first ranting tunes. You know my tunes that I'm just going on and on and on, getting it all out. That was definitely the start of the rants. I think I was so like, I don't know,
Yeah, trying to
frustrated.
get my friend
like,
right.
like
trying
people were
to,
just annoying me.
Yeah.
There was so much going on,
There was a lot
and
going on. at that
Overloaded Thoughts is what it says. Oh, like my head. I think that's when my head started to become very full.
time. Yeah.
And like, yeah, that was my first one of them. You know, like my rant, how I've got like SLN of Soul Search. I'm just going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was and I think it's a pattern. Like every project I do, there's always got that first one. Because like even over trying to give it all up, like I'm just getting it all proper like intro tracks.
Like, you can't fault your pen. Like,
it is mad.
the lyrics.
Yeah.
Okay, we're laughing at that.
No,
But the
yeah.
lyrics.
all
No,
jokes
yeah.
aside. All jokes
The
aside.
lyrics,
Yeah.
You're
Deep
telling a story. You
10 years
always
ago,
tell a
you'd
story.
say
Yeah.
like, please don't interrupt my piece.
Yeah.
And no,
Yeah.
it's good.
I was going in on that one, and like even just like I even think about the production and that like. I don't think that Nemesis, he don't make music no more, I don't think, but that really wasn't for a singer.
That's a grime.
That's
That's
a
more
grime
grime beat. Yeah. Like.
I just.
But I think that was definitely like what you were around, so that's
Yeah,
probably what
I
you
think
knew.
being in
Was
full
it on that channel
force.
the once?
What?
What was it? Jay?
Well, yeah, like I was on them channels like JDZ.
That
I
was it,
wasn't
JDZ,
really,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
think about it, it wasn't really not meant to be on them channels, but that was for MCs and rappers.
That's
and
what I
just-
mean.
Because I was in full force, then come out of full force, I was just around grime. So
you
people,
knew
people
to
just naturally
make your
send.
beats for
But
all.
they weren't
yeah.
making them for me. They were just sending me beats. I was picking them and just writing to them, and whatever pricked my ears, I'd write to it. So, and I think being around grime helped me with my writing because I wasn't writing like a typical singer. I was using like certain rhyming patterns and skippy
Yeah.
things, and if you think I don't write like
I need to
a singy singer, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, being around that definitely, definitely shaped how I, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I don't know where to go next. Maybe this one, because this is the total opposite.
What's this one?
Oh, never.
I think
leave
this
your
is
side.
just a lovely tune.
Oh.
This what? This what I said? The ginger afro?
Yeah, so I think this is the first video I did. And he was in what was that film? That film?
Why?
That
I feel like
definitely
this
wasn't
was your
my top.
first video.
I think it was. I think it was.
That wasn't your top.
It was my mum's top. I took it because it was diesel. Remember we all used to sing this? Yeah, it's a sweet song.
It's so sweet.
But do you know what's mad? Like, he was so... What's the word? I don't know whether secret is the right word, but I remember, I always just think, who are these songs about?
Oh,
Like-
definitely. I was...
Who's she writing about?
This was definitely obviously around the time of like me just struggling with sexuality and everything. So I feel like you lot know now.
Yeah.
That whole period of time I was in situations that nobody knew about
Yeah,
because I was so scared to
Because you wasn't telling us.
tell anybody.
You
do you know
hadn't
what I
told
mean?
us you were gay.
Yeah. So like I think
So yeah, that's
I was
why
kind
we didn't
of
know.
yeah. So I was in things that which now to think that's just mad. Like that's mad. But I was just so, as you
see
know,
why your songs are so deep.
I was
like-
so scared.
Well, yeah. Imagine you're struggling with your sexuality, like not telling the closest people around
literally
you.
the closest
Then
people.
in madness with
Yeah.
people, like
People,
relationships,
Yeah, but you
can't
not
tell the
turned
people
to anyone,
around
yeah.
you.
So,
So
yeah,
that's
I
a
did-
lot to keep in your head.
it
No
was a
wonder
lot,
you had
and
overloaded thoughts.
Yeah.
literally. But I feel like this was my diary of that. This was literally my diary of that time.
Yeah, but not to be like too. But like, how beautiful is it that you can like
But
talk
that-
about that now,
But then
and
that's,
it's
and
not
that's,
like
yeah, and that's why I
you'd
want to
never
talk
have
about it
thought.
now because I wouldn't
Now,
have. I
you
wouldn't
would
have
never
spoke
have
about. I
thought-
wouldn't have spoke about this.
you would
then.
be sat here like.
No, of course not.
As a
like
gay
10,
woman
10 years
out,
later,
yeah.
just living as me and just
Speaking openly.
you know, like because at
And
the end of
that's
the day
beautiful.
now this is art. It's always been art,
100%.
but now I can listen to it like, yo, this is such a significant like time in my life. But this was literally my diary through that
Yeah.
time, and it wasn't easy because when I listened, there's certain ones that are like playing a bit like that. I'm like, whoa, it was really not okay.
No, you really wasn't.
No.
And obviously, like we were saying before we started filming, that's when we went mania, and
Yeah.
then you kind of like was able to breathe a bit.
Yeah, breathe a
And
bit.
got on the
yeah,
mend,
yeah,
kind of.
Yeah. Because I remember, like, it's mad because this, even though it was 10 years ago, I remember, like, this whole process of making these. I was working in that nursery, wasn't I? I had that apprenticeship, was on, like, what, £2.50 an hour or
Sophie
something mad.
gorgeous.
Yeah. But I was absolutely going through it. Like, you know, my hair was falling out, like, my skin was awful.
Yeah, you
I
just
looked.
that Sophie there wasn't
That
so
I
from
think
back
that
then.
was I think that there was the last time that I was, you know, how do I put it? That's the last time I felt alright, and then everything after that I wasn't alright.
Yeah,
when my hair,
because-
do you know, because you can see physically like my hair and stuff. Like people I don't know, people just thought I changed my hair. Like my hair was falling out from stress.
No, yeah.
That's no like, you know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
it got deep, but of course it flipping did. Like you just said.
No, you were mad
Feeling
stressed.
all that in that, but then not feeling like you can tell anyone. I was just
Mm.
going through it, and then I hated my job as well. I'm working my ass off, 40 hours a week, £2.55 an hour or something mad. Like it was just madness. But I used to catch the tram to work because it was in West Brom.
Yeah.
Oh no, Albury, sorry. And this was literally made on the tram, there and back. I was writing this, there and back.
No way.
On my iPad, just that's how
insane.
that was made.
Oh my god, your iPad.
Yeah, the iPad. Even just there's just little things.
Yeah.
That just, you know what I mean? So this was just created.
Didn't it have a green case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even on my breaks, like
I
I'd be
remember
I'd be
that.
outside on my breaks, just writing lyrics in my head, and then when I got on the tram, I'd put them onto my
Put them on
iPad,
your
and then
iPad.
this was made. Like it's just crazy, really.
So
But,
technically, you needed that as much as that commute and that job was.
yeah, everything is
okay.
important.
That's
You
yeah,
needed that
right,
commute.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
You
without
needed
that, then I
commute.
wouldn't have,
When
yeah.
well, yeah.
yeah,
You needed that time.
yeah. But it's just mad. It's,
Well, again,
it's-
work right, man.
Yeah, nothing's
Yeah.
ever, yeah. To be
always
fair, like, no matter what's going on, I've always
Always.
just kept it moving. But I didn't really know what, even like thinking back to this time of making this, I didn't really know what I wanted to, I intended to achieve or whatever. I think this just literally was like therapy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because, this was therapy. I knew I wanted to put it out there, and I knew I was probably not going to sit down and chat about what anything was about, but I can now, but I wouldn't have then. If somebody said, well, what's this about? I would have just, I would have probably made something up. Do you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Like, but this was therapy, and I think now, obviously being 10 years on, and like just even just holding these like bits of flipping like even inside like I put these in myself, like I didn't send this off, and like I remember because I wrote
Is
on
it a
all the
white
CDs.
CD
I
you wrote on
all
there?
the CDs.
Oh,
Do
so.
you know what I mean? Like I burnt them all myself with my dad. My dad helped me pay for the sessions, and me and Apostle just But he did, like, I don't know, maybe, like, even as an engineer, he never said, like, you alright? Is everything alright? I guess it's just art, ain't it? So I guess you don't ask, but I don't know. At the same time, I kind of wish somebody said, like deep tip. Do you know what I mean? But then I guess it's not on anyone to listen and think.
And like you said,
you know,
you probably
just
wouldn't
listening
have
to songs.
said anyway. You probably
you
probably played it down so much to us as well.
Yeah, because there's a tune on here. I'm gonna play it, and it's like, I think that was the
worst.
kind of breaking point, like where I got to a point where I was like, yo, I'm really
play
struggling. But I don't know if you'll remember it. It's actually called Spiritual, and the writing, like art wise, the writing, the way I've like matched the verses to, I think it's absolutely sick. It's a really calm tune, but it's deep, man. It's deep. Like I'm kind of like saying, I think like now I listen back, I think it was like a little bit of a, not to get too deep, but obviously we keep it raw. Like I think it was a bit of a cry for help.
Right, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And eventually we did have we
eventually.
We got there eventually.
Yeah.
We got there eventually.
Zoe was all.
Everybody was
young.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's a big
how old
thing
was
to
you?
mention. So when this 2013, I would have been, I was 21. Yeah. I was 21, but the things were happening from like 19, so it was that kind of 2 years from the age of 19, 19, 20.
So it was what, 20. When was this?
This was 2013, but it was kind of my time, 2012 and 2011. Okay. That's kind of when I was just in the madness.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Definitely depressed. Definitely.
Yeah, and this was just
I mean?
kind of like
and that
breaking
was
point then. Like
yeah, I think this tune here was this was the last tune I wrote, and I think that was like, okay, I have no more to say about this now. You know what I mean? But when you listen to lyrics, obviously there's no visual, but you'll
There it is.
Realities of life are getting me down. Gravity define.
I remember this.
I understand now. People trying to talk, but nothing to say. They know it all, but don't know a thing. I wish someone would take this as serious as I do, instead of acting like I'm so delirious and confused. They don't know me like they think they do.
Yeah. I remember hearing this one thinking, chat's fired, who's she on about? You don't know her, like, they think they do, like, I remember
she's on about everybody.
I remember this one.
Trying to get all this shit off my mind. Trying to work it out, get rid of the dumb, make the past, put it behind.
Because every time said, you will not like it's like.
Well, look what she did so mad because, sorry, yeah.
No, pause it, it's fine.
Sorry to cut you out, but look what she's saying, but hear her voice. Like, her voice is so innocent,
Yeah,
but she's
so-
saying,
But all I was saying
I
is
don't
you
know
don't.
me how you think you do, but she just sounds so
But
innocent
I'm not
saying
saying
it.
but when I'm saying it, I'm not saying it in a date. I'm saying like you don't like. I'm not about. Like, I'm just about my like sexuality. You don't know me.
You don't know you.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, definitely.
So I'm just like, and this is why I feel.
You never sit in a room.
No,
and
I'm saying
address
yeah.
that the
Oh
way
yeah,
you
no,
address it in a song,
But,
like,
but
which
through
is,
music,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
my. That's through
This
music.
other person
I
comes
feel
out.
that I don't know.
Definitely.
It gives me like a superpower, so
Yeah,
I can just.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
so
God,
it was
yeah.
kind of like, yeah. But then again, that even saying like going back to there's a line in there and it says like people thinking I'm delirious and confused, like no one's taking this serious. Like, look what I was up against, like constantly being told like it's a waste of time, you need to go and get a real job.
Music.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm trying to make something of this, and I
Yeah.
was and like you said, taking it serious.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I felt that like, not so much you guys, but people like just
Yeah.
thought it was a joke, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, I wake up and think about this every single day. Like
Yeah.
I really want this to happen, and you're constantly telling me this is a waste of time.
Yeah.
So I think there's a common theme throughout this of frustration.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Of frustration.
I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, why spiritual for that track and why spiritual overall? Because I feel like the spiritual like side of life didn't come when we at that age.
I don't know.
Like obviously, you know, we have our little
Yeah.
undertones in life with our spirituality and stuff, but like we definitely it was only just
Yeah.
getting
I don't know.
into
I,
it then.
I actually can't tell you the answer to that.
Did you have other like names that you had down?
Nothing.
Like it was
Nothing.
always spiritual.
That's just obviously I had all the tracks, and then that was just the name that came to me. I can't tell you why that name came. That's just what I don't know. It just came. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was the very start. Like we just started listening to like Janae Aiko and that.
Yeah,
So around that
yeah.
time, so I
Would
don't know
have
if I was
some
kind of
influence,
influenced
That's what I
in
mean.
some way.
And that's when I think we started like getting into like law of attraction, the secret and stuff.
And
like,
maybe
do you get what
it was
I mean?
just I didn't
Yeah.
force it, and I didn't. That name just that name just came to me, and that just felt right. And then,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think I
Because that was the last one you wrote.
I just called. That's not the last on the track list, but it was the last one I
you
wrote.
Yeah.
And I just called it spiritual because it kind of, I don't know, I think it rounded everything up for me, because in that track I'm talking about like life and love, and it, like they don't know me. That kind of covers everything that was going on. Do you know what I mean?
Like the actual purpose for this
Yeah, everything that
project
this kind of
anyway, like
love and
the
lust
reason
and
why. Yeah. So it makes sense.
Yeah, but the name just kind of
Yeah, that
came
being
to
called
me.
spiritual and that being
Yeah,
the name of the album
yeah.
makes sense. I just didn't know why
Yeah.
it was spiritual overall.
Yeah.
Would you say that one overall means?
I guess it.
Is that your one on this?
I
EP?
think it just, for me, it just sums up exactly how I was feeling at that point.
Yeah.
Because but I also really enjoy the writing in it. Like, obviously at that time, like, now I can listen to these and be like, oh, you was killing it with the writing, how you can match the two verses but talk about two different things and stuff like that. So the actual writing aspect, I like.
Who was you drawing like inspiration from 10 years ago, back then when you was writing all this? Like,
I think, like I
was you
said,
inspired
that's
by?
who I was.
Like-
That's who I just obviously growing up. When I was in school, I was listening to like 90s R&B and everything. But then you like introduced me to like Drake and Janae, and I was definitely inspired by them. Drake was a big one because of how open he was.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, not everybody's so specific with their. Not
Like
to say
actually
I said
saying
any names or
and
whatever.
stuff and-
Probably would now, but I wouldn't have them.
Oh,
Yeah,
you would
yeah,
call
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
out.
You don't
now.
know, you know what I mean?
We were like, talk
Yeah.
my name about that.
Yeah. But I think definitely those kind of artists. That's when I just started listening to Janae, Drake, and still now 10 years on, like I'm very much still. There's more now, you know. You got your Kalanis and your Party Next Door, but still that same world. I feel like they're in that.
Oh
same,
yeah, definitely.
do you know what I mean?